Hi everyone, this is Mason and welcome to my cooking show. Now, I've been a little busy recently and that's why I haven't really had a chance to make another cooking show video, but now I'm back and I finally have some, free time. So right now I'm going to share this delicious fruit sushi recipe with everyone. It's very similar to my very first episode as it's just a sushi but with stuff is fruit. It's both savory, sweet and delicious and it's also super simple to make. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so I've got all the sushi making materials here, and as you can see, it's very similar to the very first episode I've made. So I have the sushi nori here. I absolutely love this organic brand. I also have the pre-made sushi rice. If you want to know how to make it, please check out the first episode. It's super easy. You just mix the cooked rice with some seasoned rice vinegar and spice, and that's it. After that, I have the eel sauce. This is absolutely necessary for this particular recipe. I have the sweet Japanese mayonnaise you can get from like World Market or you can get it online. And I also have fresh banana. You want to find one that's actually pretty long and straight so it's easier to roll them into the sushi roll. And after that, I have some white American cheese and some fresh watermelons. Alright, for the very first step, you want to seal your sushi rolling mat with some cling wrap. So this helps, preventing any like moisture or like dirty rice, get squished into the gaps and make them dirty. I strongly recommend doing this, and also you would want to peel your bananas first, because banana peel is actually pretty dirty, so if you pre-prepare them, just get the bananas out and toss the peel away, put these on a nice dish. It really helps you later on, you can just like grab it, cut them and roll them on it. They have a little curvature to them, which is okay. You will have to kind of like bend them a little bit when you roll them into the sushi, but trust me, they totally work. Don't really like stressful about it. If you couldn't find bananas that's like super straight, like it's okay. Just grab like what you can find from the supermarket. They all work. Don't over stress out yourself. Once you've laid down your sheets of sushi nori, what you want to do first is you want to lay down a even layer of sushi rice on top of this sushi nori, and you want to make sure that you don't want to have it too thick. You just want a little bit on top. And later on, we are gonna flip this sheets of sushi nori so that the sushi rice is actually on the outside, and we wrap everything on the inside with the sushi nori. I think in that way, the sushi roll looks a lot nicer, when you have all the rice outside instead of seeing, the sushi nori. Now, you want to wet your hands constantly and just press down the rice, with a rice spatula. And you want to get it as even as possible, but make sure you don't have too much water on it. Alright, once you've finished laying down your layers of rice, what you want to do now is to carefully lift up this piece of sushi nori and flip it so that the rice is on the bottom side. And we can then roll it together this way so that, when you roll it up, the rice is on the other side. Now, the beauty of this fruit sushi is that the only ingredient that you will be rolling into the sushi is this single stick of banana. So again, if your banana is a little curvy, don't worry about it. Just kind of like bend it straight and just put it in the center. And carefully, gently roll it together, roll up the sushi nori sheet, applying a little pressure through the rolling mat. And yeah, this is how simple it is to actually, roll up this fruit sushi. Alright, so after you finish rolling up all of your fruit sushi rolls, what you want to do now is you want to wrap them nicely and tightly together with cling wraps. And what you want to do is you want to place them in your fridge for at least 30 minutes so that this would help the rice to solidify and help it to keep its shape together. Now, when your sushi is resting in the fridge, what you can do now is you can take the melon melody out and let's dice them into small pieces so that later on they're gonna be the dressing on top of the fruit sushi. Alright, after you've diced up these melon melodies, they should look like this. You want them to be a little chunky, but you don't also want them to be like too small. You don't want to over dice them and make them mushy. Have a little, make them have a little chunkiness, makes them chew a lot better and, also taste a lot better. After the sushi have chilled in the fridge for about 30 minutes, you can take them out and you can plate them on a sushi plate. Now, this is the moment where you can decide, do you want cheese on it or not? If you want to add cheese on it, you can basically just split a single sheets of a white American cheese in half, and you can just place them, one after each other on top of the sushi. Give them a little pressure, make sure they, kind of wrap on top of it, and yeah, that's it. You don't really have to do other stuff. It's totally optional. If you don't like cheese, just you can just leave it out. Don't bother with it. And after you've put the cheese on top of the sushi, you can now apply some of the sweet Japanese mayo. And this is actually very crucial because fundamentally this mayonnaise works as kind of like an adhesive that like it holds and glues the diced fruit on top of the sushi. So make sure you give it like a generous amount on top. Don't give it too much to the point it's like runny. But yeah, you do need a lot of mayonnaise on it. And yeah, after that, you can just, scoop up the diced melons and you can just, gently apply them on top of the sushi. Just try to keep them, on the very top. I know they tend to literally run down and get everywhere, but, it's okay. They actually look nice when they, gets drizzled around the sushi on the plate. They look really, really beautiful and, you just really want to eat them right now. And for the final step, let's just squeeze some barbecue eel sauce on top. This sauce really helps to, bring out the flavor of the sushi, and I just love its, mixture of the sweetness and the savoriness of it. And yeah, that's it. That's how you make this delicious fruit sushi. Isn't it simple? Oh, I just love it. Alright, so if you've successfully followed this recipe and you've made this delicious fruit sushi, then congratulations. I know this one's very similar to the first episode I've made, but again, I think it's a really good recipe to go back. You know, it's super simple, it's delicious, it's also a great summer dish that you can make, you know, like in a pretty quick time period, you know, like for your friends and family. And yeah, again, just if you have any questions regarding making sushi, please refer to my very first cooking show episode. That one's a lot more detailed, where I went in depth about how to make sushi rice and some other techniques and combinations that you can do. Now, I just want to say I really appreciate your view, and I really like to thank you for your time, and also everyone at OSU's KBVR TV for their help and support. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. Hi, if you are still watching, I just want to say I really appreciate your view. You know, I really have to say I am really grateful for you guys supporting me, and also for everyone at OSU and KBVR TV. I do apologize that my cooking show video haven't been, you know, like done in a timely fashion recently. I've been going through some really tough things in life, so, you know, to be honest, it's really hard for me to, you know, film my own cooking, let alone get a lot of stuff done. What you are seeing now are some of the other footages and show ideas that I've shot on my own the last couple months. They are really fun, great things that I really want to share with you guys. It's just that I really don't have time to finish editing them right now, so you may not, you know, see them until probably later this year. You know, there's the second model car building episode, and I have another whole episode about myself restoring this very rusty and beat up RC car. And overall, I just want to say I really appreciate your support and your view. It has been a really kind of tough and annoying, awful situation on my hand, that I've been bothered by some pretty nasty people for some of the stuff they did to me in the past. But, you know, I just want to say I'm really appreciate you guys watching my video. I really appreciate you know, all the love that I've been receiving from everyone at OSU, and I just want to say I really appreciate everything, and, you know, hopefully everything gets better for me on my end, and I can start producing, you know, even more cooking show videos, and I really want to share more recipe ideas that I have with everyone. Thank you.